This is Africa in 10 minutes. I'm Lillian Ojukwu. Stay tuned as we bring to you the top business stories reported on Footprint to Africa this week. Stanbic Bank Uganda facilitates a $114 million credit facility. China to construct largest free trade zone in Horn of Africa. African Development Bank creates 25 million jobs for unemployed youth in Ghana. Kenya to host International Renewable Oil Conference in Nairobi. Algeria and Chad sign $116 million MOU for solar hybrid power plants. Somalia opens its financial doors to international partnerships. The Tunisian Chemicals Group receives €19 million loan from European Investment Bank for environmental upgrades. Javago partners with SiteMinder for seamless hospitality industry upgrades. This week, Stanbic Bank Uganda coordinated a $114 million syndicated credit facility between the bank, Citibank, Standard Chartered Bank, and Barclays Bank on behalf of MTN Uganda. The syndicate consisted of a dual currency medium-term loan and revolving credit facility raised in both local and foreign currencies. Uganda shillings equivalent to 74 million and 40 million in US dollars. MTN will use the loan towards the development of its telecommunications infrastructure. The company's capital investment for 2016 is planned at 84 million, and in 2017, the company plans on investing 88 million. And China has set its sights on constructing the largest free trade zone in the Horn of Africa. This according to Finance Minister Elias Musa Dawale. Dawale said China plans to set up the trade zone in Djibouti, which aims to reinvigorate the merchant industries in that corner of Africa. China is an important economic partner for Djibouti, providing funding for several major projects, including the construction of a railway between Djibouti and Ethiopia. In Ghana, the African Development Bank is working on providing youth with the skills, education, and jobs they need to secure their future. A bank rep underscored the need to invest in skills development to facilitate job creation by developing a strategy that would create 25 million jobs for youth on the continent, as well as equip an additional 50 million in the next decade. The program initially focuses on the bank's high priority sectors of agriculture, industry, and ICT, and will include an index to measure youth employment. And over to Kenya. Kenya will later host this year's International Renewable Energy Congress, or KENREC, in Nairobi. Kenya is home to the largest wind power project in Africa and ranks second for clean energy investment on the continent. And it is the world's 8th largest producer of geothermal energy. Kenya has zero-rated import duty and removed VAT from renewable energy equipment. Also, 1.3 billion is to be invested in transmission infrastructure in the next 4 years. The 600-kilowatt Strathmore University solar project will be the landmark blueprint for future commercial, industrial, and utility projects. Now over to Algeria. Algerian firm Amimur Energy has signed with Chadian firm 3A Energy a $116 million contract for the construction of a 30-megawatt solar hybrid power plant. A third entity will ensure interconnection and electric networks development in 5 Chadian towns. These agreements are part of a group of 20 amounting to $145.5 million and signed at the Africa-Algeria meeting organized in the framework of the 5th Dajazere Export Fair held during the 49th edition of the Algiers International Fair. And now in Somalia, for the first time in several decades, Somalia has opened up its financial industry to international companies. Kenyan banks and Gulf of nations find themselves competing for licensure to operate in Somalia. Somalia's central bank has held talks with KCB Group Limited, the owner of Kenya's largest bank, and Nairobi-based Commercial Bank of Africa Limited, Governor Bashir Issa Ali said, without identifying any banks from the Gulf. According to the IMF, 6 commercial banks with assets of $194 million and deposits of $143 million already operate in Somalia, mostly concentrated in the capital of Mogadishu. And over in Tunisia, the Tunisian chemical group GCT just received from the European Investment Bank a €19 million loan. The funding is to serve for the environmental upgrade of various important GCT facilities. This in order to reduce gas emissions and liquid effluents and better treat solid waste. The Tunisian Chemical Group is a state-owned firm which produces and processes phosphate extracted in Tunisia into chemical products such as phosphoric acid or fertilizers. And finally, Javago.com has partnered with the hotel industry's cloud platform, SiteMinder, to enable mutual hotel clients to seamlessly update their inventory and room rates on the hotel booking portal. Javago recently launched an extranet app giving hotel managers real-time access to control and monitor their hotel room rates and inventory. SiteMinder will offer Javago.com hotel clients value-added services and enhanced convenience on the platform. And that wraps up this week's top stories. We will be back with a recap of the headlines. And to recap this week's top headlines, Stanbic Bank Uganda facilitates a $114 million credit facility. China to construct largest free trade zone in Horn of Africa. African Development Bank creates 25 million jobs for unemployed youth in Ghana. Kenya to host International Renewable Oil Conference in Nairobi. Algeria and Chad sign $116 million MOU for solar hybrid power plants. Somalia opens its financial doors to international partnerships. The Tunisian Chemicals Group receives €19 million loan from European Investment Bank for environmental upgrades. Javago partners with SiteMinder for seamless hospitality industry upgrades. To keep with the trending business news of the week, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and connect with us on LinkedIn. These news are culled from Footprint to Africa. For daily updates and more business news in Africa, visit us at www.footprinttoafrica.com. Footprint to Africa, business news made in Africa.